Good morning, everybody. We are going to talk today about how to find the best lenders by yourself. You may be having conversations with friends, with family about buying your new home, or maybe you don't have anyone to ask. So either way, I'm going to show you a few steps of how to get the best lenders, someone you can trust in, someone you can ask all the questions and be prepared and do the most important purchase of your life in the best possible way. I am going to share this table with you down in the comments and leave it open at the end for you to see it in full. So don't worry about it. You are going to have all the information together. I'm going to show you where, what, why, and how to get the information that you need and be prepared to buy as an expert. The first question is where to look, where to find it. Well, today you can do a quick search online, but what you're looking for, you are looking, number one, for local credit unions. Local credit unions have very good options, although limited. So be mindful of that, and that is number one. Number two, maybe the favorite for some of us, a broker or a loan officer. You can also search online for findamortgagebroker.com, and it's going to give you a list of local loan officers that are going to help you to get the right loan for you. As you can see here, you are going to find brokers, and within those brokers, you are going to get in touch with specific loan officers, which is the one question you have to ask yourself: who is going to be the loan officer taking care of myself? I am a loan officer myself. Depending on the state and the situation where you are, I could be able to help you. So you can also ask me. Or I could refer you to someone that could help you, and you make the final decision. Number three, which back in the day, and for some of us could be number one, a big bank or lender. You have to know that the big banks have limited options for you. If you don't fit into their set of rules, you will be denied. So it is a good option, yes. I've used them, yes. But at the end of the day, it may not be the option that you're looking for. And that is our number three. What to look, what to ask for. This is the next set of questions in the table. For any of these options, you're looking for reviews, you're looking for presence in social media. Do they have informative videos, informative channels? What is people telling about them? What are they telling about themselves? Are they giving information away? Are they offering something? Are they giving value to the people like you? This is something that you have to ask yourself and them. Next, and this is very important, it's getting interesting here. When you get a loan estimate, it is called loan estimate. This is that document. The official document is the same for everybody. This is a federal legal document. When you get the loan estimate, ask or look for the Section A fees. Don't fall in the trap of asking for interest rates, because interest rates is just a little part of your cost. It's not everything. Next, don't ask for closing costs. Why? The closing costs are not controlled by the loan officer, the bank, or the financial institution. All the closing costs include estimates of insurance, taxes, and some other fees that are not controlled by the lender. So if you ask for closing costs, it's just an estimate and can be manipulated. If you ask for interest rate, it's just a tiny part of the loan and can also be manipulated. So ask for Section A fees. If you really want to compare apples to apples, ask your lenders, your potential lenders, for Section A fees. Now, to do a final real cost comparative of lenders, look at page 3. Page 3 of your loan estimate is going to tell you the bottom line. However, remember, you at this point are only comparing price, and you don't buy what you buy only by price, right? You look at the item, you look at what you're buying. It's not only price. You have to compare everything little by little. I'm going to show you how at this point we are talking about what to look for. So what to look in a lender, the next question you can do, who is going to be my contact? Regardless of who is the lender, you want to know who is going to be your main contact, because that main contact is the person who is going to be working on your file. It becomes a little bit irrelevant, the name of the bank, the name of the lender, the name of the broker. You want to know who is going to be your main contact, because that person is the one who is going to do all the work for you, and is going to help you, and is going to answer to your questions, he's going to talk to you, and you have to know who is going to be your main contact. And this is very important for you to make a decision. Do you feel comfortable making calls, asking questions to this person? You have to ask this yourself, and you have the answer. The answer is going to come from you. You have to be comfortable talking to this person. Is he or she accessible 24/7? Obviously, you are not going to talk at the middle of the night, but you get the point, right? You have to trust this person to talk to you, to be available for you 24/7. You have to be comfortable with that. So this is the what. Now, let's go to the next part of the chart, the why. Let's take a look at the why. Why you are making these questions. Why you want to know this. Because that person has to be reliable. That person is the face of the company. That person helping you has to be trustworthy, has to be knowledgeable, has to be experienced. And you have to sense it. You have to feel it. That is why you have to ask these questions. Now, going back to the fees and the questions and the information that you want, be very careful if someone gives you an interest rate out of thin air. You ask a lender, what's your rate? The rates are not from the lenders. The rates are for you. So let me tell you something. The same person under the same circumstances is going to have the same rate, almost the same rate, wherever you go. So in addition to that, if someone tells you, I have this rate for you, without asking you detailed information, without taking an application for you, that person is not trustworthy. That is not possible. It's not possible to give an interest rate out of nowhere. That's not how it works. I will tell you, run away from rates out of thin air are not a good sign. If a person gives you incomplete information, it doesn't tell you the points and fees, it doesn't give you the whole loan estimate, or at least a more or less detailed information about their fees, that's not a good option. That's not a good option for you. That people is trying to get you without giving you all the information that you deserve. Remember this, cheap doesn't mean better. All your questions have to be answered, all of them. You have to be comfortable asking all your questions, asking all the information. You have to enjoy the process from start to end. You don't want someone who disappeared at the middle of the process. Unfortunately, if you're in the middle of the process, it's too late to run. But you're gonna see signs. If someone is not reliable, you're gonna be able to notice it beforehand, before making a decision. How to do this process, how to get all the information, how to get all the answers that you need. Well, first of all, you gotta be mindful. You have a 45 days window to shop around different lenders, and your credit only will be affected 3 to 5 points, which is really nothing. And at the end of the day, once your credit is pulled, that credit score is the one that is going to be used, and it's going to be good. So don't be afraid of asking different lenders quotes for information. Don't be afraid to get your credit pulled a few times. More important is to get answers, to get turnover times of 24, 48 hours is good. At this stage, everybody's gonna tell you, yeah, I have the best turn times, I always reply, I always answer. You have to see these by yourself. Not what they tell you, but what they do. Because we are what we do, we are not what we say. If you get a cheap quote, what you really have to ask yourself is this going to close on time? Is this cheap product, is this cheap person really is going to give me the best service that I deserve? I can't stress this enough. That person has to be available 24/7, has to be effective, has to get things done quickly for you, has to be responsive, has to have the right answer, or at least an answer, right? Has to be a reliable person. Finally, this is a bonus for you. This is very important. Let me mark it clearly. You want to overlap your new and departing home at least 1 week, ideally 2. I can't recall how many times I have seen people getting the keys for the new home on the same day that they are leaving the old one. Big mistake. Nobody tells them not to do that, which is wrong, and this is really, really important. I know we don't want to be paying double, but usually for your new home, the first payment is going to be over a month away. So you don't have to worry about getting extra money to pay the new home and I already paid for the old one. Don't worry about that. It's going to be really, really, really stressful. If you have to move in 1 or 2 days or over a weekend, it's crazy. It's not happening. It's going to be a terrible experience. Don't do it. Keep the rental or the old home for at least 1 week together with the new home. Don't cut off the power. Don't cut off the water beforehand. Do it once you are totally out of that home. Sometimes closings can be delayed 1 or 2 days for different reasons, many reasons, and you don't want to be in your still current home with no light, with no power, with no water. So don't get ahead of it. Take your time and enjoy it. Once again, if you don't have anyone to ask me. I can help you. I'm here to help you. If you want to know more about the purchasing process, subscribe. You can watch this video. I have a lot of videos very good for you, and be happy.